Hi guys, my name is Pranay, and I never thought that I would be shooting a YouTube video with my face on because I used to feel that I'm not that kind of a person who would just be comfortable speaking in front of camera, posting it live publicly. But however, I came to a recent realization that everything is temporary, and even after someone dies, the only thing which may remain is their content, which would be sitting out there in YouTube server somewhere underneath the oceans, even, or up in the stars if we evolve with the technology. However, I have a few perspective of my own truth which I would like to share. I'm not sure if everyone can relate to it, because this may not be for everyone. But even if it touches one person, even if it is just for one person, that is worth for me to post it, because I feel that knowing the truth and not speaking it out is equally is as equal as doing something wrong. So I mean, truth has different perspective, but you should keep your perspective out there for people to be inspired of, for people to know yourself. And yeah, I think you should just be out there naked. However, today I'm going to share some things, story firstly, and then another thing which I'm not sure if how it will go, but yeah. So the story firstly, humans have evolved long before, I'm sorry, let me just rephrase it. Consciousness has evolved long before we humans have. So consciousness was evolved way before, like 1.4 billion years ago, but we humans came into existence much later, when the life evolved from the water to land, and then probably after a billion years we evolved into humans. So my point was, words therefore have evolved much later than a consciousness has. So words may not always be enough to express oneself. Therefore, I remember a story from Buddha. I'm not exactly entirely sure of how it was, but it goes like, few of the fellow of Buddha asks him to share his enlightenment to them, and Buddha replies that they were in a park, and Buddha replies that, see, can you see all these fallen trees on the ground, fallen leaves on the ground? That's how much of wisdom he has, or he knows, but he can only share via speaking only a handful of leaves which he can catch. So basically he was trying to say is that even if you know everything, if you have come across the truth, it is as hard to share it. It is very hard to speak. So I was also a bit concerned that what if it may not be spoken out well. However, I will try my best and see how it goes. Come here, buddy. Thank you for coming. Conscious beings. We are all a conscious being, and I deeply care about this animal and creature. Trust it. Don't bite me. However, yes. Bye. So bye, boy. So yeah, I was on this idea where universe shares its secret in the form of universal downloads to people who whom it may just occur, who are in touch with themselves or in touch with the universe itself, whatever. But if that idea has been action, that's like a gift from the universe, it's been action, it is something which may be worth doing or telling because it's recognizable. But if the idea is not executed, or we just keep thinking about it, or if it's delayed, then the universe passes it to someone else. Those universal downloads can occur to anyone because we are all one big consciousness, and then they can translate it to anyone. And if the person does not translate it, or if it fails to translate it, it then occurs to someone else who is capable or in that position to translate it to everyone. But to receive that translation from the universe, one must be in their true energy and be dedicated enough to receive it from the universe. So it's like how transmission and receiver works. One should be ready to receive it when it's trying to transmit it. So this universe holds abundance, and once if we realize it, we will know why. We need to think in terms of abundance. Most people are not able to do it because they have grown around scarcity or limited to their surroundings. But if we go into the vastness of it, if we see how many leaves does a tree have, if we see how many stones does the river have, we will once again start believing in the vastness of universe. Or if you see how many fruits does a tree produce, we can then start believing in the vastness of infinity and abundance. So yeah, nothing is scarce, not the land, not the water, not the earth. Everything is in its vastest possible imagination. Hence I wish good for everyone, because yes, wishing good for everyone would not diminish. Wishing good for everyone will not diminish your shine, and it will take away nothing from you, even though if you ask the whole world for it. So since this is like big vastness of universe, see the grass, count the grass, how many each individual grass, count the trees. My point is, it's all vastness in the universe, and we should be open to that fact. We should be awakened to that philosophy that the vastness is how the universe deals it, and always be of a bigger heart. Do more, give more, yes, because it can have enough resources, accommodation for everything.